Hey, are you tired and need a laugh? You look like you're tired and need a laugh. You've come to the right place. Welcome to the JKS podcast.
Hello and welcome to the JKS podcast, episode 42. Knew it off the top of my head. I'm Nips. Boys, how are we?
Pretty good. I'm on the waters tonight. Cheers.
Ooh, feeling okay?
Yeah.
Dry July. I'm trying to better myself. I know.
My birthday's in July.
Sorry, dry July except for 2 dates. Your birthday and then your birthday dinner, I think. They're the
Yeah,
two
So
dates.
it's not really dry
That's okay.
July.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, dry July, but those 2 days.
Moist July.
No. Slightly damp. We're not at moist level, just 2 days. But do you reckon you could do dry July except for every day? Would that count? I mean, at this rate, why stop at 2, right? Just dry July except every day.
I'm surprised you aren't like pale and sweating from your alcoholism now you're not drinking.
I do feel a little down today. I do feel a little depressive, and I think it's day one of alcohol withdrawals, so it's pretty sad. But anyway, here we are. So
Look what I'm doing, Sean.
I hate you.
Oh, it's so cold and refreshing.
For the audience, you just took a sip of a beer, and a really good beer too, you bastard. But boys, that good stretch of good podcasts we had, it's probably over now. You may
I don't know if we had that.
Yeah, where?
We've got a although we do have a good topic and good topics, so maybe we'll salvage this. But I don't know. The drunk energy is not going to be there. There's going to be much less swearing, I think, from old Shawnikins.
Keep it clean.
Might make it easier for Jetty to edit.
Thank you.
Less C bombs, less N words. I mean, from Nippler.
You left the F word.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do love the F word.
Yeah. All right. So all right. Hang on. Sorry, I was about to kick us off. But weekends, how were they, boys? Did you get up to anything?
Not really. Not really. My dad's car broke down, so I had to go save him.
Okay. The Jag.
Yeah, the
right?
Jag. The Jag finally broke down.
Oh, good. What happened to it?
No mechanics were open, so we just left it in front of a mechanic shop. It was like, we'll call them on Monday. Sort it out.
His mechanic died.
He's what?
That's right. There's like a Jag specialist.
Yeah.
Who used to be his mechanic, and he called up, and the son answered the phone, and apparently the mechanic died like 2 days earlier.
So
and the son was in like tears. It's like the funeral's tomorrow, and my dad's like, "Well, I'm sorry, this is a bad time to call." Wrapped it up quick.
So what about my Jag?
Yeah, what about the Jag? What do you know about Jag?
Wait, so did you call or did your dad?
My dad called.
That's so uncomfortable. Like, dude, just wrap it up. Yeah, sorry, no, we can't service your car. My dad's dead. Hang up. Like, what are you doing crying on the phone to a random person? Holy shit. But do you think maybe the car, like, died with the guy? Maybe they're like, because he serviced it, right?
It's like they died together.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, we should check Facebook, see if there's, like, a bunch of reports of, like, all the Jags in Canberra just, like, slowly dying over the weekend. Maybe, like, left a part of himself in the car. Do you really want to fix it? Maybe it's like a ghost car now.
That's a good reporter. He's reporting on all Jags breaking down at the same time. He's really done his work.
Yeah, he's really in tune, you know? Damn. Okay, well, that sucks. You have to send it to Mazda or something, get him to fuck up the Jag, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if fuck up is the right.
No good. Jetty, did you get up to much? What'd you do? Nothing?
Just sat in the sauna with Jono.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Naked?
Real
cool.
cute. Real cute. Yeah, of course. Like, why would we
Yeah.
wear clothes?
Wait, why though? Why?
It's meant to be good for you after weights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so like a working out thing. You've got a workout buddy now too.
It's pretty cute.
That's cool.
Go twice a week.
Wow. Look at that, Nips. We're getting replaced. He's going to find someone with more common interests. That's fucked up.
He's going to start a second podcast with Jono.
You
Yeah,
guys are
it'll be
cheating on me playing Diablo. I see you guys.
That is true. That is true. It'd be
Yeah.
like it'll be JJS podcast. Because if you or me are going Nips, I hate to say it,
I mean, we could just have four people in the podcast. We don't need to.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah, that's cool. We'll have four.
Yeah. You're on notice. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to. You're a shark coming after me, trying to get me out of this podcast, man. I won't let it happen.
Yeah, just gotta play both sides, you know.
How about you, Shawnee? Did something spur the dry July, or?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, got smashed on Friday. Had a work event again.
We need to take bets on this because last time you tried to go a month without drinking, you lasted 0 days.
Yeah,
Now 2 days in. I don't reckon you'll last a week.
I'm not committing to
Whoa.
anything because I just try to rebel against things. As soon as I commit to not doing it, I'll just want a beer. So anyway, I'm just gonna take it easy. That's
so
the goal.
naughty.
Yeah, I know. But no, dude, we went to like a cafe, like a family friendly cafe, at like 6 p.m. with work. But it was after like 3. I'll break it down for you, right? So we started drinking at 3, and then they put us on a party bus to a pub, and then put us back on the party bus to another pub, and put us back on a party bus and took us to this family friendly cafe. So like on the party bus, we're just like literally like sculling drinks, like it's fucking really loose. So we're all tanked, get into this like family friendly cafe at like 6 p.m. Like I walk in like partying and there's like a kid next to me eating fucking chicken nuggets. Like I'm not even joking.
You're like fuck off, kid, they're mine.
Shawnee hungry.
Yeah, and
why the fuck did they take you there? Why?
I know, and like they hired a room, but it's like a really small cafe and it's like a segmented area with just a rolling door. And like we just get put into that room, just like roll the door shut, and like sure as shit the whole place hurts. But then we sung karaoke. We did karaoke at this like family friendly cafe at like 6 o'clock, just like blind off our heads.
Why are you getting tanks on a Friday afternoon at 3?
Yeah, right. It's like an end of financial year party, and then like the workplace goes hard. It's too much for me, man. I was like, I'm almost 30. Like it's a lot. I got to 10:30 and we were out in the city because then we went from there to the city. I had to go home. I had to get me Jimmy Jams on, go to bed, and start the recovery process. I was home by 11 o'clock. 3 till 11's a big session for me.
That's good for you.
Yeah, normally I am a bit later, but we start drinking later, right? 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
true,
Fuck.
true.
Yeah, that's a long time to be drinking.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's waters from now on, boys. Strictly, you know.
How are you going to go for Nippler's birthday? Because we're going to start
Except
early
for that.
on that day as well. Are you going to be all right?
I'll be amongst my kind, you know. Like I was at work, like I couldn't like. It's hard to explain. Like they're young, right? I'm sitting there like a sore thumb. You've got like they're like all 20, like little, they're like 20-year-olds doing their thing, whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm an adult in the corner of the, yeah, looking all weird. And the stash doesn't do me any favors. I looked really tired.
You sound like a creep right now.
Yeah, right. So I was like,
You're
okay.
sitting in the corner watching them, licking your lips.
I was like, you know what? I'll show myself out. I like to think I fit in, but not past 11 o'clock at a club in the city. So we'll call it that. But anyway, I digress. We've got a topic today, boys. Oh, that weekend chat. We just took half the podcast up, but we've got a topic. Do you want to hear what it is?
Hit us.
I'm testing your acting skills because I know you both know what it is. We're doing some conspiracy theories, but specific to Joe Rogan. So
It's crazy.
I've spent all day inside a Joe Rogan rabbit hole, and I've delved up as many of the conspiracy theories and wacky things that I could find. We're going to do a bit of a run sheet. We're going to run through some conspiracies. You guys pumped?
Do
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool. I got to share my screen. I got like 2
And
videos to show.
I think we were both mentioning, or all mentioning before the podcast, there weren't as many as we thought there were going to be.
Yeah, way less. The guy like gets like a rough time for being this nuthead. It was pretty tame. Although there are some pretty bad ones, especially with Alex Jones on his podcast.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All right, let's just kick it off, huh? I'm gonna do my best to explain this. Just a disclaimer for anybody listening. We have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. We don't believe in any of this shit. We're gonna say all the facts wrong. Maybe take like 5% of what we say and go look it up yourself. But we're gonna have some fun with this. So number one, parallel universes, and that's a very broad. We all know enough about parallel universes, but very specifically, he had an episode with Everlast, and they were talking about how there was this like kid. He's like 15 years old, and he reports that we all slipped into a parallel universe when the Large Hadron Collider did its test in like 2008. It in 2009 it had this like failure where some radiation leaked from it, and people theorized that like we did something fucked up, and it like destroyed our universe, and then we like slipped into another one. So yeah, conspiracy theory that we're in a parallel universe as a result of the Hadron
Is there
Collider.
any evidence to back this up at all?
Zero. No, there is like because they're slamming particles together, right? They're accelerating around this like vacuum and doing whatever they're doing. Yeah, they reckon that could create a black hole if it did it, and they reckon that the failure of the machine was like because like you can't just end the universe, right? We've got to exist, so it was like the moment where it did. And we,
Okay.
like,
If it
slipped
created
into
a black hole, we'd all be dead.
No,
We
that's the
wouldn't-
idea. Yeah, so then we slipped into our parallel universe to like stay alive. You know, we're in a universe that didn't collapse.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. I just
I
said
don't
that
think
was
that's how it
scientist,
works
but
either.
I think you get sucked into a black hole, you die. You don't go to a different universe.
Or maybe there was two, right? And we could have been in a universe where we did die, and we're in one of the universes where it didn't. And maybe there was no universes that didn't die except for like one, and that's us.
That's deep, man.
I mean, hard to disprove.
Because we're alive. Yeah. I mean, I'm basically right. Okay, all right. A bit of a funner one. Bohemian Grove. Have you guys heard about it?
No,
It rings a bell.
Wait, have you actually not heard of Bohemian Grove?
I didn't go into as deep as these conspiracies as you have, Shorty.
And whether rich people do their like rich thing, their weird rich.
No,
stuff.
this one's fucking good. Yeah, so this is another Alex Jones one, but it's proven real. So like he went to a place called Bohemian Grove and video recorded these people doing these things. But it's where like ultra famous elites, including like ex-presidents like Ronald Reagan, there was another one too, Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan, they go dress up in like white costumes, like white robes, not KKK, and then like bow down and like worship this like giant owl effigy, and then they like burn these things that look like bodies but they're like piles of sticks, and then they like stand around in circles and like hum and like bow to this like owl effigy god thing. And it's real, like this fucking footage of these lunatics doing this, like it makes no sense.
Yeah, I'd believe that. That just sounds like some rich people shit.
Yeah.
Some weird. When you have so much money, you lose your mind and you go worship an owl.
Yeah, like what does life mean, right? And it's like you've got nothing else to do, so you might as well just like, yeah, go in the middle of the woods and do nothing. Yeah, this here, look at this. This is from the Washington Post. Like,
Rich and powerful go to misbehave. Okay, so it's just like a fucking drug and fuck party.
probably, yeah. But I mean, you could probably do like more sane things than. Oh yeah, this is the whole documentary for Alex Jones. Look how young he looks. He did like a full documentary on it. Yeah, there's like footage of him. So he like snuck in, hid in a bush, and got some footage of them like in these robes and like worshipping this like big altar thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This like same group of people is all tied to like the Epstein stuff as well. So, yeah, the next one on the list, the American government putting their army on DMT so that they can go and communicate with interdimensional beings. Have you heard this one?
Oh no. Is this from Alex Jones
Communicate
as
and
well?
then fuck them up.
Also
They're
from
gonna
Alex
take their-
Jones.
Take their guns into their own mind and fuck up the demons they see on DMT.
No, but so like these documents out. This like they 100% have training tests where they put people on DMT. They have like teams of people that go on DMT and then are like trying to explore what's happening. But nothing's confirmed on this next part. What they think they're doing is like communicating with like interdimensional beings. And then the conspiracy links to AI and what Google is and how it's like the hive mind that's like developing, and they're doing that from after receiving instruction from these interdimensional beings.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Nipple would be a volunteer for that, I reckon.
I mean, you'd be on the right end of it, right? You don't want to be one of the guys that gets like cold when AI comes into play, right? You want to be one of the
Dude,
ones that said, hey,
If they were doing that, I'd be like, oh, I was so close. I talked to them for a little bit. I need to go back in. And I'll just and every day I'll be like, yeah, I didn't close the deal. Get me back in there.
All right, so hypothetically, in a world where you two tried DMT, hypothetically, would you have seen any of the interdimensional beings? Can you guys report on whether or not you think that they exist? Keep your eye out for the interdimensional beings, and then ask them about AI, and I don't know, make friends with Steve so he doesn't kill you.
We're gonna
If
be
I
heroes
see
in
them,
it.
I'm giving your name and address and telling them to fuck you up. Ruin your life.
Oh god. All right, next one. So JFK. This one's a bit boring, you know. It's one of the classics though. But JFK allegedly brought into presidency by the mob. He was also like trying to get rid of, trying to withdraw troops from Vietnam. He was trying to get rid of the CIA. He was trying to like abolish the Federal Reserve. And then the conspiracy theory is that the CIA or slash the mob and or the mob put the hit out on him that killed him. Yeah, so CIA, and it's almost guaranteed at this point that that did happen. It definitely was not. Oh, I'm blanking on his name now. Oswald that did it himself. Lee Harvey Oswald. So,
Yeah. Well, apparently people have tried to recreate the shot with the gun he used, and
Mm.
it was really hard. So, because it was actually he was a long way away when he took the shot.
yeah, and there was multiple bullets shot, and then the angle of the bullets don't make any sense. There was one bullet that went through the guy sitting next to JFK, and then through JFK. That magically showed up on the gurney next to the first guy that died in hospital, but it was like undamaged. It's like a flawless bullet. It hadn't broken or shattered at all. There was like more bullet shards in JFK than were missing from the alleged bullet that went through his head. All sorts of weird shit and like pretty much unexplainable. But a really cool fact: there was a video game released called JFK Assassination. Pretty fucked up, but you played as Lee Harvey Oswald and tried to like recreate the assassination shot, and then the people that made that's real. The people that made the game put out a challenge. If anybody could actually get the perfect shot that he apparently got, they would pay like whatever, how much money, 100K, whatever it is, and it was meant to be like exactly to scale what the shot would have been. And nobody's ever done it. Game's been out for 20 years, so there you go.
I like to think he was just had a goated shot. It was just really good. But the other thing that makes it super sus is that Lee Harvey Oswald was assassinated like a couple of days later, wasn't he? Like they got rid of him real quick.
I don't think so. He died in jail, didn't he? Or am I thinking of
I'm pretty sure he died like straight after, which I mean, if you did fake it, you'd absolutely get rid of him as well.
Oh wow, he did literally 2 days later. Yeah. JFK was killed on the 22nd of November and Oswald was killed on the 24th.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I don't know who killed him. I think the story is that it's just like a JK supporter.
Yeah, that would make sense. Was he was shot walking somewhere, wasn't he? Isn't there a footage of him dying?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was shot like in front of news crew because they were taking him somewhere, like out of the courtroom or something.
This is fucked up, but I've seen the video. I remember this. Yeah. Yeah, this guy, I think he gets shot through the chest or something. You can barely tell. And there's just a whole bunch of commotion. But yeah, so the CIA almost certainly was at least involved in killing a president, which is pretty crazy. And also most likely involved in killing Martin Luther King. But that one was not discussed on JRE.
Let's take away from that one.
Yeah. All right, next one. Adolf Hitler. Apparently still alive.
Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah.
Isn't the theory that they found the body, but it wasn't of Hitler, and then there's been sightings of him in
The
South
guy with
America.
like a fake moustache on.
Bit of Sharpie.
yeah, it's in a Sharpie.
Yeah, so apparently they did all the testing on the skull of Hitler, and apparently it's like a 38-year-old woman's skull, allegedly. And then the theory is that he like ran away to South America, specifically Chile. But even though that hasn't been confirmed, what has been confirmed is like thousands of Nazis actually did vacate Germany and make it to Chile, and then they made like settlement towns in Chile, and there's still are settlement towns in Chile that speak basically exclusively German and have like Nazi memorabilia and all sorts of things in their houses because obviously their grandfathers passed them down, and they're all super rich, so they're like first generation Chileans, and they've got a shitload of money with like no means to get it. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Even if he did survive, I mean, he'll definitely be dead by now.
Oh yeah, old age. Yeah,
100%. He was addicted to some sort of drug. I can't remember, but doctors had to like pump drugs into him every day because they're so
Really?
fucked up. Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah,
Did
okay.
not know that.
I did not know that either.
Look,
It
I'm
makes
trying to
sense,
remember what
though.
drug it was, but it was like it was something really like a hard drug. Because back in those days, there we go, cocaine and opiates.
And opiates. Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, of course that makes sense. This guy was like, anyway, you think about what he stood for and what he was doing, you'd have to be just like fucked up on drugs, right?
So he's just smashing lines.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, the other thing too is these FBI documents confirming that they spent like millions of dollars searching for Hitler after. So they're like pretty much certain that they know that he escaped, but you know, that's the conspiracy. So the conspiracy is that like America knew that he escaped and they kept looking for him but could never find him. And then he probably just naturally died. Either that or they, I don't know, found him, captured him, tortured him. Who the fuck knows?
If he just shaved his moustache, it'd be pretty hard to find.
That would be great if he just shaved his moustache and walked straight out of the building, like a past the airline soldiers.
Okay. All right, next one. It's a fun one. Gay frogs.
Alex Jones.
I have heard this.
Alex Jones. Yeah. You know what's crazy though? I looked into this. It's actually fucking real. So like the thing with Alex Jones is like he says so much crazy shit, but enough of it gets proven right that makes you think that like everything he says could be right, which is what makes him so captivating. But the big thing is that the government is using or testing pesticides that are turning the frogs gay. Is his big quote? He's like, "Turn the fucking frogs gay." Like that's his big quote, and then like that they're then going to use on the population to like, I don't know, further whatever, create gay people. Don't know about that second part, but so I've got a news article here. So atrazine, one of the world's most widely used pesticides, wreaks havoc with the sex lives of adult male frogs, emasculating 3/4 of them and turning 1 in 10 into females.
1 in 10. Fuck. Crazy.
Yeah, so that's real. Gay frogs.
So Alex Jones was right. He was just wrong in thinking that the government wanted to use this on people.
We haven't seen it play out yet. I mean, this is a result of
They
them testing, you know.
could still be testing.
All right, next. Magic Johnson or Michael Johnson, the basketball player.
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic Johnson. Who's Michael? Oh, I'm thinking Michael Jordan. Yes, Magic Johnson. So he got diagnosed with AIDS like 30 years ago. I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know this. I didn't even know who he was. But apparently it was a big deal, right? So he got HIV. 30 years later, he's like completely clean of HIV somehow, right? And the conspiracy theory is that he got caught up in some scandal with like some bigwig's daughter. So then they had like dirt on him and said, "We'll ruin your career unless you come out and say that you have HIV." Because at the time there was like this massive stigma around it. People were like terrified. There's all this like mass hysteria. So they wanted like some like alpha male guy to come out saying they have HIV to like remove some of the stigma of it. And apparently he never had HIV. So he was like coerced to come out with HIV.
Is there any proof to this?
0.
Best conspiracies going around.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I
Yeah.
love.
No, apparently this is all like first, like just like secondhand accounts of shit, right? So like somebody close to, I don't know, somebody close to him said that he never actually had HIV and whatever, confirmed the scandal. So pretty interesting.
Sounds like something like a crackhead would tell you. Yeah, I've got a friend who's close to Magic Johnson. He never had HIV, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, next one. So we've got animal spider hybrids. Have you guys heard of these?
No.
No, but I'm happy. This would be great because Jed is terrified of spiders. So if we can get this happening.
Oh my god, this is like killing my brain. Anyway, so I've been watching conspiracy theory videos for like 6 hours today as well. I hope you guys appreciate it. Fuck me. All right, so animal spider hybrids, Kevlar, the stuff that you use for bulletproof vests, is apparently really expensive to make, and then spider silk is like a appropriate substitute or just as strong, if not stronger, than synthetic Kevlar. So what the government has allegedly been doing is making animal spider hybrids, specifically pig spider hybrids, so they're big, and then like farming them for silk, so that they can make Kevlar vests for their army.
I mean, I'm sure they, if that's possible, I don't know if it is. But if that is possible, I'm sure they would be doing it.
Yeah, well, fuck, yeah.
So are
So-
there like pig-sized spiders just been in a lab producing silk?
Yep.
That is petrifying.
What are they supposed to look like? Like, are they pig-sized spiders, or are they spiders? Oh, are they pigs that like shoot webs out of their tits? Teats.
I think. Well, I think it's this. It's a pig-sized spider, basically. Would be my guess. I don't know.
Would it have like a pig face?
Maybe.
Would it be pink?
Also, maybe. Yeah. I mean,
Describe
that would
it
be
for us,
less
Sean.
scary. It would be less scary if it was pink. Imagine like a black one. I mean, actually, any
Ugh.
pig-sized spider is going to be fucked up, right? Yeah. Don't know.
Yeah, let's hope that's a conspiracy theory.
I hope they never get out of the lab.
They've actually like cloned shit before, right? Have made things from like stem cells. They've like made a pig from, was it a sheep from a stem cell? They could 100% do it. They've like merged animals before too. It's against the Geneva Code or whatever it is. So it's all under wraps, but possibility. Anyway, on that same trend, but a little bit more escalated, we've got headless babies in vats being farmed for blood.
Mm.
So
Okay.
the government, so the elites. Oh, I sound like a fucking crazy person. So the elites want to do blood transfusions to keep themselves young, and this is actually real. Like this definitely happens. We'll get back to the baby thing in a second, but they'll replace the blood in their body with like the same blood type but a younger person's blood, and they reckon it like rejuvenates them. So if you're 60 years old,
I think they had to ban this, which is
Yeah.
crazy because I'm sure they never thought they would have to ban sucking their blood, like vampiring the blood out of a younger man.
yeah, they would buy blood and then do it. They'd buy blood from a young, but whatever, and that's meant to rejuvenate them. They still do blood facials though, which is the same shit but just in your face. So they've removed the transfusion part, and now you can only do the blood facials, but you can still do them, which is fucking crazy. But the conspiracy theory is that the government was funding it by growing babies from stem cells, but because they aren't allowed to have a head because that's against the Geneva Code, they would grow headless babies from stem cells, then put them in vats, keep them alive, and transfuse their blood endlessly, and then sell it.
Silicon Valley's gone off the rails. They need to rein it in. Imagine this is someone's startup and they have to pitch it to someone.
On Shark Tank.
Yeah, Shark Tank. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't believe I just said all that out loud. How much do you reckon they would sell the blood for, though? Like, I mean, it's pretty illegal, right? So are we talking like, do you reckon 20 grand for a bag of fake baby blood?
It's just blood, isn't it? Like there'd be
Yeah.
no better like.
But
Wouldn't be
it's
any.
quality blood.
Ah,
Disease-free.
okay.
Yeah, it's baby blood. It's like pristine blood, you know?
It's the best shit you can buy.
That's right. Yeah, you'll be looking real young. That's some Tom Cruise level baby blood.
Oh, he's had so many babies worth of blood, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Anyway, but you'd think they would like actually approve something like that if it was possible, right? Like if there's no like moral, I mean, there's a moral argument, right? But it doesn't have a head. Fuck it, because they need blood for real people, right? There's a blood shortage, yeah. So like, why would they not actually have this? Why is this not a thing if they could do that?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, if they're never actually alive.
Yeah, the moral's probably a big deal.
Yeah.
This one I kind of believe they would do. Probably not the government, but I'm sure some, like, you know, rich billionaires have tried to start something like this.
Yeah, like the elites. You know, whatever the fuck that means. That's what you hear all the time when you like look into conspiracy theories. The elites. I don't know what that means. Like, is that the government? Is that like I don't fucking know what that means.
That's
Anyway.
everyone. That's yeah. And usually it's the elites saying it. Like fucking Elon Musk uses that all the time. He's like the elites. It's like you're a fucking billionaire. You,
You
are
are the
elites.
He's hiding in plain sight, you know. He's just trying to stay under the radar in plain sight.
Smart.
He's definitely an alien.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You seen that guy's body? Fucking hell. Okay. Let's keep it moving. We've got some really funny topics to get to as well. All right. So from headless babies. Okay, we've got the Google AI being the overlord, but I think we've delved into that enough. Like, but there was like a more serious argument about how it's been like happening for a really long time. Google has been like collecting people's data to like fund this, not fund, but like resource this like super AI, which is eventually going to like take over the world. But like Alex Jones, those last three things have all been Alex Jones, but he said this like 5, 6, 7 years ago, and now like with Chat GTP and like things escalating in the AI world, he doesn't seem that far off.
And all the data people are collecting is just to sell ads.
True. Yeah. I think like collecting information as well though is the big thing. It's just like everybody's personal data, but then also just like information. Like they're just like storing all the information imaginable into this like fucking supercomputer. Anyway, who the fuck knows? All right, next. So we've got Ben Franklin is a vampire.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
So, specifically a serial killing vampire. So Ben Franklin, the president or the founder of America, I think that's who he is. This is real. His home, his first home, which got bought and renovated as like Benjamin Franklin's house. They found 15 bodies in his basement, dated from when he was living in the house. They found 12,000 bone fragments from 15 different bodies in his basement.
Okay, so someone's heard that and said like, hey, Ben Franklin was a really fucked up guy. Like, oh no, so he's a vampire.
Yeah, the vampire thing maybe sideline, but they really did find 15. Well, it's
That's
sorry, it's
crazy.
1,200 bones, not 12,000, from 15 different people in his basement, and it was the article was published and the findings were published by the Smithsonian, so it's 100% real. The theory is, and it's less fun when I say it, I almost don't want to say it, is his like colleague or friend that lived with him was a an autopsy student, and they think that they were like having the autopsy classes in his basement.
That makes a lot more sense.
Still
Yeah.
kind of fucking weird, but makes more sense. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe he was diddling dead bodies.
Gotta have a hobby.
Okay, all right. We've got a few. I'll skip over some of these ones. Space is fake.
I agree. It just painted on. That's all it is.
Apparently, there's trying to be. Oh my god! They want a one world government. So they invented space and intend to like host or fake some type of alien takeover to like unite people under a one world government. And apparently, the Vatican City has been in it for like in on it for like 300 years, and the Nazis were in on it, and now America's in on it.
It's such a weird selection of people to be in on it.
And just like a really weird, well, one world government, I think is the point of that. And then like it's just a really weird way to do it too. Like you want to fake space. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
yeah, a lot of work. On that note, the moon landing, that's the next big one. Moon landing being fake.
Yeah, that one's so old and
Yeah. I
yeah.
looked up the videos. To be honest, I could be convinced that the moon landing was fake, but I also just don't really care. Like, it's at all.
But it's like it's also you don't know what someone being on the moon should look like. So
Yeah,
like it'll
true.
look weird because they're on the moon and gravity's all weird.
So there's videos of them falling over and then getting back up that look really fucking weird. But and then you see them walk and run, and then the running's like really inconsistent with the way they got up. Like they really struggle to get up, which makes sense. But then when they're like running around, there's like videos of them like sprinting and like the dirt's like going everywhere. And then there's other videos of them like walking really slow and looking like they're struggling. They're like throwing jerry cans around. Like it's just all really inconsistent. Like they don't all seem to be having the same experience on the moon. Take from that what you will. But who fucking cares? It's a big rocket. Like, seriously, who cares? Like, they had to fake it, apparently, so that they won the space race because that was a big deal, right, against Russia or whatever. But fuck, I don't know. We didn't get anything from the moon, right?
Yeah, no, it was literally just a dick measuring contest with Russia.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, I get it. Like, yeah, maybe it's a way to, like, maybe you shouldn't lie to the masses and it demonstrates that, but fuck, I don't know. I reckon it'd be kind of juicy if they came out and said it was fake, to be honest. That'd be cool. All right, next one. We're almost done. Kind of. 9/11.
Inside job.
Well, who knows about that, right? Maybe a too touchy topic for the podcast, but one thing that's really fucking hilarious, well, hilariously bad. So a guy named Donald Rumsfeld, who works for the government, gave a press conference 24 hours before 9/11 and said that the government has lost $2.3 trillion. Like, it's just gone missing. They can't find it. And then a fucking plane crashes into the Pentagon the next day, which we all know about. It crashes into the exact fucking building that did the accounting and held all the records for the $2.3 trillion.
So, wait, are you saying they deserved it?
That's what it sounds like.
That sounds like that's what you
stop.
say.
Not the 9/11 buildings, the Pentagon building. So, like, you know how, like, the Pentagon building being crashed into gets overlooked all the time? Like, nobody really ever talks about that. It's always, obviously, the two, massive
Yeah.
fucking big
World
buildings.
Trade Center. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets overshadowed. But the fucking plane hit a direct hit on the accounting section that found the 2.3 missing trillion dollars.
But what's the like? Why would they do that? Just to punish them for?
No, because they, like, the fucking people who have the $2.3 trillion found out. Like, they found out that they've been caught. He gave the press conference. They're like, fuck, we're organizing this 9/11 job. Just send a third plane and hit the accounting building. Just
But you
fucking.
said the day before that he
Yeah.
did the speech.
Yeah.
That's a long time to train up pilots.
No, they were just like, oh, just throw in another one. Like, the fucking, just get another fucking.
They're calling Bin Laden. It's like, all right, can you do a third?
Well, well, dude, it's not hard to believe that it's an inside job. 9/11. Like, that's pretty it's pretty crazy too. Maybe let's not get into 9/11 and get the podcast banned.
He's gone deep.
No, don't you think
Got
that's
into it.
dude?
Joe
This one
Rogan's
blows
got
my
it.
mind, man. Don't you think that that's like an insane coincidence? The day before, that accounting office comes out saying that they've found $2.3 trillion of missing government money, and then that exact fucking accounting or the accounting section of the Pentagon is exactly what gets hit. That's nuts, man. Come on.
I don't know if you could even aim the plane well enough to hit that exact.
Dude. They could just, like, launch a missile, right? Like, tech's pretty advanced. Even in 2001, they would have the technology to, like, launch a guided missile that looks like a plane. I'm sure.
I just feel like there's easier ways to cover that up.
$2.3 trillion, Nippler. $2.3 trillion. You know how much fucking money that is? Holy fuck, man. I couldn't believe it. I reckon, yeah, I don't know. I think they probably did 9/11 to cover the 2.3 trillion. Like, they could make 20 9/11 buildings for $2.3 trillion. Like, are you kidding? That's so much money, man. Anyway, I did go deep into that one. Fuck. I'm going to keep looking that one up later.
Oh, no.
What else we got? White Helmets. Pretty fucking volunteer
What's
group.
that?
White Helmets. It's a volunteer group in Syria, which, like, goes in and rescues people from, like, military bomb sites. I don't know if you've heard of them, but the conspiracy, and it's almost confirmed, is it's actually Al Qaeda that's, like, faking the news headlines or whatever to, like, drum up sympathy while they, like, swoop in and take over the attacked area. Pretty crazy.
Nuts.
Last one. The ancient pyramids, or being, like, ancient tech civilized. This thing's, like, really hot at the moment. There's a bunch of podcasts. Like, Andrew Schultz is having a heap of guys on, but
It's
that
just where the pyramid's like a super weapon or something.
well, less conspiracy theory. Just that it's, like, way older and way more advanced than, like, people give it credit for. Basically,
Wasn't
like,
that
there
in
was
Transformers where it's a super weapon?
Yeah.
It's also like a Star called show movie, a show called Stargate, where it was like the launching pads for the alien spaceships or some shit.
Nice.
But anyway, the really old civilization that was, like, built Atlantis or allegedly built Atlantis. Was probably involved in the pyramids, all that kind of shit. But the conspiracy is that it could be like psychic powers that we've lost through like 40,000 years of development.
That
So they
built the
might have had, like,
pyramids.
yeah, it could have been like a race of people that had access to like psychic powers that were like lifting fucking big
Hmm.
bricks.
Come on, man. A lot of slaves work really hard to build those pyramids. You can't just say it's genetic powers.
Imagine that. You like
Yeah,
all
You
your family
slave.
died.
Yeah,
literally
to build this
slaved.
fucking pyramid, and then fucking Sean on a podcast thinks it's fucking
yeah. I sound like
telekinesis.
a real caveman saying it too. It's like if you see something you don't understand, it's got to be magic. It's like, oh, magic man, magic stick. I'd like see the pyramids. I can't work it out, so they definitely had psychic powers, right? But no, these are like actual fucking professors and shit saying that there's like no possible way that they could have built these things. Anyway,
Why? Why not? You're just putting stone slabs on top of other stone slabs.
They're really big though.
dude,
But
like
they
70.
took fucking ages to build.
No. So there's some things about it that literally just aren't possible. So they have like 70-ton marble slabs inside one of the main areas of one pyramid. Remember, there's fucking 11 of them. 70-ton marble slabs that are like 300 feet high. They're really fucking tall. They're like the physics on even moving, just like flawlessly cut with like machine precision that just isn't possible. Again, like we don't have the technology now to cut marble slabs that big, and they like think that they did it with like in a river with like whatever. But then to move them, the ramp that they need, to get it vertical is impossible. There's no fucking pulley in the world that can lift that thing. And then to like move it from the quarry where they cut it from to the pyramids, they could do it on a ramp, but the ramp would be like 300 miles long and it would be the height of the pyramid. There's like no other way to move it.
Just 1,000 slaves with ropes pulling it. That's what it is.
How do you pull it up though? Like, there's no way to like lift
More
it.
slaves.
Just get more slaves.
Come on, man.
You're underestimating how many slaves they had.
And then like the precision on like the pottery and shit, like it's like more precise than machine precision. Like it literally doesn't make sense. But they could do it. So
Back to them.
psychics.
They did it. They somehow did it.
On top of that as well, there was a similar conspiracy I saw, like referring to statues and that kind of stuff, and saying how symmetrical the statues' faces are. They can't, like, there should be a technology for that because, like, a person can't carve how symmetrical that is or something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really specific one. Like what they did is they there's these actual marble faces. They take a photo on one side, take a photo of the other side, turn up the transparency, and then overlap them after reversing one, and they're perfect. Like to the fucking there's like not even a fraction of a difference between the two sides of the face. Like impossible to have been handcrafted. Yeah, makes no sense.
Could you like put a mold on there and just like pour cement in something? Wouldn't that work? Or
Maybe. Yeah, maybe like how would you like flip a mold? Maybe you'd have a mold, fill it up, and then because it's like the same side is like flawless. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, you couldn't. Yeah, and I'm sure that the experts reporting on it have probably thought of fancy molds. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna break the theory on this podcast.
I'm sure someone knows how all this is done. I don't know. Because all these experts put on a conspiracy theory show, right? So I don't know how expert they are. I'm sure real experts have figured this out.
No, they're proper. I mean, they're proper scholars. Like Graham Hancock's the big one. He doesn't claim anything outrageous. He's just saying that civilizations are way older than what we think they are. So like 40,000 years at least, and then they were wiped out by some cataclysmic event. And then the people that lived in the pyramids probably came after them. They weren't the people that built them. But yeah, he doesn't like dive right into like the nitty gritty of how they actually like. He does with the pyramids though, actually. So he does think that the pyramids are fucking crazy.
so how are you feeling after looking at all those conspiracy
Crazy.
theories?
Crazy. Like
Lost
the
his
world.
mind.
Dude, I live in a fucking simulation. That's the only. Yeah, the world should have ended when they fucking found the Higgs boson particle in the Hadron Collider, and everything else is just a fucking. I have my own conspiracy theory that I developed
gosh.
after today.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
Nobody fucking exists. you're all just like a figment of my fucking reality. And when you're not in front of me or I'm not conversing or talking to you, you just don't exist. Like, you just stop existing. Like, as far as I'm concerned, when this camera turns off and this voice chat's over, you guys just bloop until I talk to you again.
This is called protagonist syndrome.
That's it. I've got that. I've developed that today.
You
So
think,
just
yeah,
narcissism?
when we're not on screen, we just unload.
Yeah, no, fuck. As far as I know, yeah. Like, Lane's gone. That door's shut. I can't see her. She doesn't exist.
So what happens when you see them next and things have progressed?
That's my life. Like, narrating. Like, that's they're coming back into my life for a reason, you know, like for a moment.
So in your brain, if bad things happen to you, why is that?
Good question. Nothing really bad has ever happened to me, though, you know? Like, I'm alive.
What if something bad happens to us? Then
Must
you're
be
the one
nice.
who made it happen.
No, but it's to further my experience. Like, you guys go through what you do and communicate that to me to like further my experience. Maybe that gives me perspective or it changes me in some way. You
You
know?
got main character syndrome. Yeah.
That's right. So we're
Yeah.
telling you something really horrible that happened to us, and you're like, "Wow, this relates to me." This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
the
your mum
character growth
died.
for me.
Yeah. Oh, your mum literally died. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I wonder how that like impacts my life and how that could change me in some way.
What
and
lesson am I learning here?
Yeah. And I'm sorry you're sad. I'll just leave and you'll stop existing. You won't feel sad anymore.
You can't be sad.
So if we say something sad to you, you walk away. We know why.
Yeah.
To make us feel better.
I'm doing.
Like,
Yeah. Doing you a
Sean.
favor.
Sean, we're not gone. We're just in the other room. Sean. It's really fucked up, man. My mum died.
No. Okay, I don't actually believe that, but I was like, that's simulation theory in a way, right? Because it's like AI gets so sophisticated in the future that we just like we can't tell what's reality and what's not. We're like brains plugged in a machine, and this is all just a fucking simulation, and you guys don't exist.
Those alcohol withdrawals have been hitting you hard, man.
Yeah, I really need a beer. Today was not the day to have me to sift through conspiracy theories too, by the way, because I have been jonesing a beer. Anyway, there we go. That's the end of it. There were a couple more, but I'll let you off.
Yeah,
the hook.
no flat Earth stuff.
No flat Earth stuff. No conspiracy
that's-
theories, not brain dead bullshit.
Yeah, that's just so crazy.
But that's it from me for good old conspiracy theories. So no more conspiracy theories. But have you guys heard of the Island Boys?
I feel like he
No.
showed them to us once.
I have showed them to you. We're gonna have a bit of a flashback, and then I've got a bit of a development on the
Oh,
story
God.
of their life. I'm gonna show you a video, give you a bit of a reminder.
They were junkies, weren't they? Or like young.
They're young.
Yeah.
You just tell me if you remember. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, you showed us these guys.
Yeah, they're twins. They do music.
We need to get them to do our intro.
Yeah, it's a bop, right? Anyway, they have an OnlyFans
Oh no.
Oh, and did you subscribe?
together. They have an OnlyFans together.
Are they brothers?
Ah,
They're brothers. They're twin brothers, and they have an OnlyFans together.
I feel like this is
okay.
gonna be bad.
surely they don't
joking.
do anything together, though, right? They're just
Yep.
like,
They do.
all right, I'm out. Oh no, no.
Yeah. Now, all the good stuff's behind a paywall that I'm not going to pay for. But yeah,
Well,
Where does OnlyFans draw the point of banning things? Like,
yeah, is
surely
this
that's
illegal. I'm pretty sure
You
this
know-
is illegal.
not in Florida, and that's where they live.
actually.
Wait, incest is legal in Florida?
It is not. It's not illegal. Sorry, it's only illegal if it's boy girl. If you can reproduce, it's illegal.
Ah, good old Florida.
You know what's fucking crazy? These guys are on OnlyFans, but my boy Hunger FF with the prolapse gets banned.
Outrageous.
What? Probably for like health and safety reasons, right?
Yeah, maybe. He's like staring into my fucking soul too. This guy. But yeah. Oh,
Oh, you scrolled down too far.
I scrolled way
Oh,
too
we
far.
just saw some Island Boy dick.
So yeah, that's the thing. Island Boys have an OnlyFans.
Can you please subscribe and let us know what goes on in there?
Guys,
You out of
Seriously.
all of us, you'd look at the most fucked up shit by
know.
far.
I
You
know,
can
and
handle this.
I was gonna have a bit of a self-admission. I do, in fact, look at and enjoy some depraved shit I'll also enjoy the curiosity viewing of some really depraved shit. Never, ever will I ever even look up leaks of those two fucking morons. OnlyFans, are you kidding me? Holy shit. Yeah, maybe once. Curiosity look, but that's it. I draw the line. One look.
One jerk.
One payment. Yeah. Yeah, that's a month. A month will do.
Month of jerk, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Jesus.
too
Well, thank
good.
you for bringing that to our attention.
You're welcome. All right, what do you got for us, Jetty?
All right, so I looked on the internet and scoured the internet for the shittest questions going around, and I thought I'd ask you boys what they are.
Oh, no.
And they don't really have an answer, but I want the answer from you boys.
Fantastic. Can't wait.
It's going to be roughly about 20. Feel free to jump in, but I'll ask you one at a time. So,
Okay.
all right, Shawnee.
I need beers. Fuck.
Yeah, you do. You really do for these ones. Do fish get seasick?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I just have a feeling that fish don't get seasick. Yeah.
Feeling's not science, mate.
Well,
Yeah,
hey.
Can you keep your emotions out of it? Which is my fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in no. I've never seen a fish vomit. I've never seen them look seasick. So yeah, I'm gonna lock in no.
Cool. Thank you. Nippler. Rabbits don't lay eggs, so why does the Easter Bunny deliver them?
Because he's a fucking thief and he steals the eggs from fucking chickens.
Man, your answer was better than mine. Fuck.
He's a fucking
need
criminal and we
beers.
have to stop him.
Oh fuck! All right, hit me with another. I'm ready. My riffing brain. I'm turning it on. Let's go.
If olive oil comes from olives, where does baby oil come from?
Nippler's vagina.
Okay, you need beers.
That was low hanging fruit, man.
Not that low hanging.
Good one. Good question though. Yeah, is there like a factory where they're just like wringing out babies?
It
Getting
might
all
be
that
that
fucking.
blood factory, man.
It's
Yeah,
oil
blood
for
factory.
babies. It's not anyway.
But olive oil isn't oil
Oh,
for
that
olives.
makes. Yeah, you don't put olive oil on olives.
Maybe you don't.
Nippler, you know that black box in planes that's indestructible?
Sure.
Why don't they make the whole plane out of it?
Takes the fun out of plane crashes.
Shorty,
Yes.
if you're in a vehicle that's going the speed of light, what happens when you turn the headlights on? He's thinking so hard.
Well, that's not possible. You can't travel at the speed of light, Jed.
It's not meant to be. Say you could.
But you can't.
You're in a futuristic pod. It has headlights for some reason, and it's blasting you through.
You're pinging
At the speed
through
of
a
light.
parallel universe.
Guys, I
turn the
can't
headlights
conceptualize this.
You're
This
You're
is-
traveling to Earth 2, which is destroyed due to the Hadron Collider. You want to go see if there's any survivors?
Okay, they just turn on. You can see it in front of you. Yeah,
How?
You can find your way through the universe.
Doesn't make any sense.
I tried to fucking tell you that.
Thanks, Niffler, for clarifying that. Niffler, why is Oktoberfest in September?
Because the Germans were all so fucking drunk they forgot what month it is.
Why are you doing better than me? Fuck, wake up to yourself short. All right, hit me with another one. Let's do this.
Why does your nose run and your feet smell?
You build up congestion in your nose and that needs to run out. And then your feet, they stay in shoes all day, so they get stinky.
But why isn't it like trip out? Why is it run out?
Ooh.
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It just doesn't. Oh, fucking hell. Crash it and burn it. Let's go.
Is cereal soup?
Oh, this is a good question.
That's a terrible question. No, it's fucking cereal. What the fuck?
What?
What do you mean, Nippler?
But what is soup?
Yeah, what is soup?
Liquid fucking. Oh, why isn't it a drink though? No, that's a good question. A drink in a bowl.
Drink it, but it's not a drink. You don't drink it.
Yes, you do. You drink it with a spoon.
With the cereal, you eat the cereal part. You're not just fucking swallowing it.
You eat cereal with a spoon.
I'm gonna say
You drink soup with a spoon. That's the difference.
I think Sean's right. I don't think it's soup. I think it's a crunchy drink.
Oh, what's a thick shake then? Like a thick shake that's not like blended up real well.
That is soup. Yeah.
Is
That is soup.
Oh, it's cereal. Just ready. Oh, fuck it. All right, hit me.
What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to? So you had to be drunk to play.
That's a good question.
Car racing.
The F1. How much would you make them drink? At least to be over the legal limit.
Yeah, I'll do some testing beforehand, but yeah, probably
Yes,
about.
sorry, mate.
half
You're too sober to drive. Niffler, if you were arrested for no reason and your face flashed all over the news, what would your family and friends assume you did?
I should ask you guys that.
Pedophilia.
No, that's you.
No,
You've got a little pedo mustache. I've got a big non-pedo beard.
So
So
let
let's
me
get
tell
that
you something,
straight.
right? No. Let me actually tell you something. So people that like act gay, right? Or they're like, oh, stop it, you know? They usually end up being gay. Yeah. You make a lot of pedophilia jokes about me, Nippler. I think you are foreshadowing and
They're not
self-reporting.
jokes. They're not jokes. It's a worry I have.
Oh, what, you haven't? Well, you don't have to be worried. Let me tell you. And what? You never seen a couple of pedos? It's fine. If just because I am doesn't mean you can't be. All right. So fuck or watch yourself. That's what you're on the news for, I think.
Okay. Looks like I found out the answer. I'm not happy about it. I'm really not happy about it.
Well, you were. You're just unhappy you got caught. But anyway, moving on.
If your pet could talk, what would they say that could ruin your image?
My pet?
Yes.
You pissed on me twice?
But we know that actually last time it was only once. You
Yeah.
come back and done it again.
I've done it. No, I told you I did it twice. I've done it twice. Yeah. One
Which is
time I was.
twice.
No. I was standing up at the toilet one time when I was drunk, and she like popped her head in between my legs from behind, and I peed on her nose. And then the other time was when I was outside, both times drunk. Yeah, I'd probably go with that.
Yeah, that'll do it. Niffler, what is the worst thing someone could put in their bio on a dating app?
What's your bio, Nippler?
Worst thing you can put in your bio on a dating app. Hey, my name's Sean.
Oh wow, mine was way better.
Okay, what was yours?
No. What my joke was way better. I'll answer my question in a second. I'm not going to give you a fucking freebie. All right, let's go, Jenny.
If a Smurf chokes, what color will they be?
My dick. Wait, what?
They're going to be dick collared, you know.
No, sorry, I heard if a Smurf chokes.
By the
my
way,
bad.
Sean, they're not choking. I know they're smaller than humans. They're not choking your dick, buddy.
What was the full question? I just heard if a Smurf chokes and I blacked out.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
up?
If a Smurf chokes, what color will it be?
Oh, blue. That'd stay blue. I've seen it.
Same same shade of blue, or like like darker blue until the
No,
head
same blue.
pops?
The eyes go red, but that's it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if it's not from his penis, we can assume he's choked a Smurf.
Yeah, because I didn't feel anything, you know? It's so small. So then I was taking my anger out, like, fuck, suck my dick. You know?
Niffler, if prunes are dried plums, where does prune juice come from?
Nippler's mum. Sorry. I know, my bad.
She's a nice lady.
I know.
Sean calls his cum prune juice. Because the dick's all dried up and shriveled.
The cigarettes, isn't it? The 10 years of smoking.
Shorty, why does round pizza come in square boxes?
It's a good question, Jed. And I've submitted my feedback to multiple pizza stores on the just plain stupidness of that. The answer I've gotten is it's easier to stack.
It's just easier to fold, I guess. Right? When you're making a pizza box, imagine making a round one.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Mystery solved. Thanks, boys.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. Also, don't email pizza stores. They don't respond.
All right, Nippler. If someone owns a piece of land, how deep does their ownership go? Does it go all the way to the center of the earth?
You want to talk about depth?
I like to think it does, yeah. And I think I like to think it goes through the Earth, and you also own the land on the other side of Earth, adjacent to yours.
Like your Chinese alter ego, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Speak through to China.
So you do the math right, you can go to China and kick that guy out of his home.
That was a fancy word in there, Niffler. Adjacent.
I don't think I used it right.
You definitely
Oh,
didn't.
God.
But
Yeah, adjacent means next to, doesn't it?
no, technically on the opposite side.
I was hoping you guys wouldn't call me out for it because I realised I was wrong the moment I said it.
Man, I just told you I email pizza stores in my spare time. I'm not about to get on my high horse about you using adjacent wrong. Okay.
Oh, this one's a shit one, Sean.
Uh-oh.
Do penguins have knees?
No, they don't.
Of course they
Yeah.
don't.
They give blowjobs standing up. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
It makes doggy very hard.
You gotta
Yeah.
stop fucking penguins, man. You
Yeah,
just
no, I
gotta
really
stop.
do. Yeah.
They mate for life, and you're just breaking their hearts.
The last one said the same thing. Yeah.
Niffler, if you pamper a cow with lots of stuff, does the milk become spoiled?
Just ask Nipple's ex-girlfriend.
You have to be very cruel to cows because if you treat them too nicely, you spoil them their milk. That's a note. Farmers know that.
Shorty, last one for tonight. Do Roman nurses refer to IVs as fours?
Oh, that's
That's not, now you're just doing jokes. You went from doing shit questions to the beginning to just doing jokes.
And yes, they do. We used to make up this rhyme all the time. They would go, IVs. I'd go, on your knees. It was really fun.
You're doing a lot of blowjob material.
Yeah, I know.
tonight.
I'm not that guy either. I'm just on a trend, you know?
All right, last one. Nip nip. Why does a grapefruit look or taste nothing like a grape?
That was a very good question.
You're welcome.
I win. I'm happy. I got a fun. Oh, sorry. I'll give you time.
And it's a question that doesn't have an answer. So I pass.
We can't pass.
Passing. You got to make something up. I don't have an answer. I was about to say I win because my last one was funnier than your last one. Are you really going to lose?
Because he answered.
Do you have any grapefruit material?
No.
I don't even know what one tastes like. They're sour, right? No one knows.
I've honestly never eaten a grapefruit. Ever.
There you go, boys.
That didn't set you up any better, Dips? No? Okay, alright, moving
No, I
on from
got
that one.
nothing.
That was good, dude. That is tough. That hurts your brain trying to think of something funny to say. And then I just resorted to fucking penguins and being abusive. Like, Jesus.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm normally better than that. Anyway, next time we're doing that one, let me know. I'm having beers. Skip
Next
that day in
week.
July.
Yeah,
as well.
that's a good topic.
Thank you for listening. Anyone that's still here, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We got 10 viewers last week, so maybe one of you made it until the very end. If you did, you didn't like, comment, or subscribe, so do it this time, please. Next week, there's going to be a new intro. I haven't talked to Jed about that yet, but maybe. And yeah, talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.